Hello, Mr. Cosmo. Today I will be showing you the organelles of an animal cell. Now, right here I have basically the 3D model of the cell with everything in it. But I'm gonna do something different. Each organelle is gonna be in their own showcase room. So it's gonna be one of them, and I'm gonna go over it. Alright. So first we have the cell membrane. And the cell membrane surrounds the cell, helps give the shape of the cell, and has all the organelles in the cell. Along with being the gatekeeper, because it regulates what leaves and what enters the cell. Now, if we hop into our minecart here and go on to our first stop of the video, we have the nucleus. And the nucleus basically is a factory and a bank safe at the same time, because it contains DNA and also regulates gene expression or DNA replication. It also does RNA processing. Now our next stop is the ERs. Now the ERs, basically, the smooth ER, or no, the rough ER. The rough ER has ribosome attached to him, and then they're moving vans. So the ribosome creates proteins, and the rough ER it transports the proteins through the ER, which then goes into other parts of the cell. Anyways, our next stop, as we go over this little ramp here, are conveniently the ribosome, which are yellow dots. Well, actually, no, they're purple dots that are obviously, like I said before, attached to the ER, along with being around, like, I think north of the nucleus. And what they do is they're in charge of protein synthesis. And the protein synthesis, the process of protein synthesis in a ribosome, is a conveyor belt. It's like a conveyor belt factory. Conveyor belts in a factory, sorry. And it takes amino acid sequences or proteins, brings it on the conveyor belt, and takes those little amino acid sequences, and they get bound together like a chain, and then they fold into a complex shape to form a singular protein. Now, let's place our minecart and go over the purple section and the yellow and a big ramp. And to head on to, as you see there, the Golgi apparatus. Now, the Golgi apparatus is it looks like a bundle of branches, honestly. And it sits, like, right below where the ER is. And it collects modified chemicals, packages them, and then sends them to use in other parts of the cell, or they can be exported outside the cell. And it's like kind of like Amazon, but at the same time it's like Lego. Oh, they take chemicals or pieces of a Lego set, build them, and then basically ship it out to people. So it's like if you shipped out already built Lego sets. So it's pretty cool. Now let's go into our next bit of the cell, which is the mitochondria. And the mitochondria here is the powerhouse of the cell. It converts all nutrients into energy that can be used in the cell. And actually, it has their own, and the mitochondria contains their own DNA that may have once been independent in bacteria, which I think is pretty cool. Now, our second last thing, well, actually, no, not our second last. One of the third last, actually, are the lysosome, which are the yellow dots in a cell. And these organelles contain enzymes and chemicals that help digest materials, like your stomach acids, and they also break down old or non-functioning organelles, kind of like how a vulture eats decomposing animals. So they're like a stomach and a vulture, but an easy way to say it is they're just the cleanup crew. Now, instead of hopping into a mine cart, we're just gonna go see the vacuoles. Now, the vacuoles are our second last because there's one thing in the middle, and they contain water, carbohydrates, and protein. So it's kind of like if you put a water bottle, some crackers, and like a sandwich into a lunchbox. And so they also play a role in removing waste products from the cell, like a garbage truck. Right? They like go around and they clean up all the garbage. Not like the lysosomes. I mean, kind of like them. They kind of have a similar one, but they also will have another purpose, which is the storing water, carbohydrates, and protein. So, actually, in a plant cell, they take up about a quarter of a cell, so they're much bigger than this. Now, behind it is cytoplasm. And cytoplasm is sitting in the middle, but it's one of the most important things because it's like water in the ocean. It contains all the organelles, and it's actually like a jelly-like substance called cytosol, which, like I said before, acts like the water in an ocean because it helps keep the shape of the cell, and it holds all the organelles. Like, imagine a waterless ocean. What would that look like? All the fish would be like just sitting on the seafloor, and it would be a pretty deep hole that you would not like to go in. Anyways, now let's move on. After that, honestly, we're done. That's all organelles. It's pretty much at the end. And now, so on that note, as you can see, it's the end. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you guys have fun watching this as I did making it. It was quite fun, and I hope you give me a good mark. Anyways, thanks for watching the 2023 Science Project. Bye.